Hey there, welcome. Today we're gonna be working on pike press for this Pincha program. So I think this is one of the hardest to do, well, one of them anyway, in terms of entry when it comes to Pincha. This requires a lot of awareness on your hips rather than so much on the legs. So really understanding and isolating the actual activation of the body when we come into pressing. And this applies in even in press handstands, which is going to be in the next program. If you didn't sign up on that one, I highly recommend you do. If you think that you can't do it, or it's too advanced for you, it's not. This will be applied for, I will be guiding you through step by step, just like what we do in this program. So hopefully you will sense that in your body, and I hope you have been sensing that in your body since we've been practicing the press, from puppy press to straddle press and now pike press. So with pike press, it's straight legs rather than your leg is wide in terms of entry. I think Pincha press is harder than, in my opinion anyway, it's harder than actual handstand press, because I think it requires lots of pushing, and you're so limited in space when it comes to the arms, because you're too close to the ground. I learned how to press into my handstands before I press into my Pincha, so that gives you a little bit of idea. But of course, meet yourself where you're at. You never know until you give it a shot and put it into practice. And again, everything begins from our mindset, and know that you are capable of so much more than you think. And maybe your nervous system or your body will surprise you with what you can do today. So let's proceed. In this practice, you're going to need a pair of socks. So go ahead and grab a pair of socks, and let's begin warming up. Okay, so before we start doing the core compression warm-up, again, invite you to improve your awareness of this part of your body. Trying to bring this as close as you can, and use your hips to move your legs rather than the legs moving the legs, if that makes sense. So compress, and squeezing the lower belly and the upper thighs. Move your hips. We've been doing this in the past couple of practice or classes. Again, use your hips, use your core, posterior and anterior pelvic tilt without moving your legs so much. So as you can see, I'm pressing down even, maybe even do this movement with me. Press down onto your knee, and then use your hips. Keep this hip flexor active as you move your hips up and back. As you can see, I'm not collapsing. Whew. You definitely can feel that fire on the hip flexor. So move on to the other side. Bend your knee into your chest, nice and tight. Press your knee down. Use your hips to move the legs. 5, tuck your pelvis, posterior and anterior tilt. Make sure you're putting pressure onto your knee. 4, without releasing the leg. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Give yourself a wiggle. Now you may go ahead and roll your mats. Come onto your forearms. Again, stacking your elbow and your shoulders together. Push the floor as you round the spine. Again, don't push back. Lean forward and then push upward. Push upward a little bit more. Now come into plank pose. Tuck your pelvis, ribs in. Pull your legs together, so untuck your toes and pull your knees together. Bring your knees as close as you can towards your tricep. It doesn't have to touch, but squeeze the lower belly and the upper thighs. Release, tuck your pelvis, so don't let yourself collapse. Let's do that 4 more rounds. You got this. Pull the ribs in, squeeze, pull yourself nice and tight. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold 5, 4. Push, push, push. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take a moment to breathe. Feel your heartbeat. As you can see, it's not easy. You're also going to feel that on your lower back, the strength of your lower back, the strength of your hips, the strength of the core, the strength of the shoulders. So there's a lot of muscles working as we do that movement. Now let's apply some vision drills before we move on to the next round of that. What you're going to do, we're going to do some near-far focus. You're going to bring your right thumb close to the tip of the nose. Make sure you can see one thumb, not double. And make sure you're looking at your thumb, not in the space. And then bring the right thumb across. And then let's switch gaze. Right thumb, left thumb. Right thumb, left thumb, right, left, 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 right, left. Breathe. Keep staring at your left thumb. Now stare at your right thumb. Pause. Close your eyes. Take a moment to breathe. Prepare yourself again. Grab opposite elbows, interlace your fingers, push tall, ribs in, extend the leg, untuck the toes, tuck your pelvis, push, 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 drag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold it here. 5, keep pushing. 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Take a moment to breathe. Feel your hip flexor. Notice how that felt for you. I have to look at the video, but I could definitely bring my knees closer towards my tricep. But hopefully I'm not leaning forward so much. But I'll see. So that's why it's always good to record yourself to see the changes and noticing which drills work best for you. We're going to do that 1 more round. Are you ready? Let's do this. Come into your plank pose. And tuck your toes. Push tall, look between the wrists. Lean, pull yourself. Get your hips as high up as you can. Bring your knees into your tricep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Keep pushing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh dear. Give yourself a moment. A little break. Place your palms to cover your eyes, block all the lights. Let's reset the nervous system through Bhamari Pranayam. Breathe into the nose. Make sure you're blocking the lights completely. Hum it out. Breathe into the nose. Hum it out. Breathe into the nose. Hum it out again. Breathe into your nose. Side out. Releasing your hands. Taking a moment to notice a vision change. Oh my God, my tummy. Come into tabletop position. Begin to cup your fingers, bring your arms forward, and then begin to externally rotate the shoulders, dropping the chest down, and then rounding the upper back. Exhale, lower the chest, open up the shoulders, open up the spine, and then round through the spine. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, round. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, round. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, round. Pull the ribs in as much as you can. Push, push, push. One more time, lower the chest. Exhale, round. Now, bring your hands down towards the floor. And just simply, gently, simply circle your shoulders. Gazing forward, finding a focal point. Circle the shoulders opposite direction. Setting back into your heels. Keep circling your shoulders. And then circle opposite direction. Good, bring your arms back, lift the chest. Keep circling the shoulders, gaze to the right, find a focal point. Circle the shoulders opposite direction. Gaze to the left, find the focal point. Keep circling your shoulders. Circle the shoulders opposite direction. Good. Relax the neck. Dropping your head from one shoulder to the other. I'm full. All right, let's prepare ourselves for our pike press. You may use as many blocks as you need to get your feet as high up as you can to give yourself a little bit of leverage. This time the block is in the center, behind your feet. Okay, grab opposite elbows, option to interlace your fingers or palms down. Again, remember to allow yourself to explore what works for you. I'm gonna try with my pinky finger extended and interlacing all the rest of my hands. Push the floor around through the spine, look between your wrist, and then turn your head side to side. Eyes focus at one point. Nod the head up and down. All right, fix your gaze at one point. Push tall, ribs in. Get your feet, oh, it's too far. Get your feet onto the block, and again, making that core. Compress the lower belly and upper thighs together. Squeeze it tight. Lean, lean, lean. Again, use your hips. Right now I'm using my hips. This is my leg extending. But now this is my hips and slightly my legs, but not much. Lean onto your hands and notice if you're extending. Right now I'm extending. I'm definitely just using my legs. I'm not going to go anywhere. And I can definitely feel that. So get your core to turn on, the lower belly and the upper thighs. So for me, I feel that I need to bring the block a little bit closer towards the body. So remember, it's not about extending your leg to get the hips up. It's about getting your lower belly and the upper thigh connecting towards one another. You can soft bend the knee. You don't have to completely bend the knee, but slightly soft from the knee down towards your feet. And see how that feels for you, which I'm gonna test out right now. I'm gonna get my palms together. Squeezing the lower belly and the upper thighs. I lean, and I come up. As you can see, that was a little bit better, but I think I jumped slightly. Let's try that again. So pay attention in every movement that you make. Don't just blindly do it, just like that, what I just did. And the first one, I felt that I'm just completely extending my knee to get my hips up, which wasn't ideal, so I needed to bring the blocks a little bit closer. The second one, that was much better, but I feel like I looked for momentum in hopping, and that's okay. That's okay, as long as you know what you are doing. So this third one I want to do is to limit the hopping, but rather just really getting a nice momentum to really activate my hip and my back to get my hips high. Okie dokes. All right. Grabbing opposite elbows, palms together or palms down. I'm gonna go a little bit more back, so as you can see, I'm super close. Squeezing, this gives me opportunity to really squeeze my lower belly and the upper thighs. And now I can press up. As you can see, my legs are super relaxed. It's my hips just pushing upwards. Okay, now I'm really crunching my neck. Maybe I'll try with the hands down. But as you notice, this part, the knee down, is pretty relaxed. I'm focusing more on getting my upper thigh and the upper body to get closer towards one another, to get my legs up, at least my feet up. Okay, let's do some drills. Because air hunger works amazing for me, I will do air hunger and vision drill. So try this out, see if your brain likes it. If you need to do one at a time, you're more than welcome to do so, or you can pack things out, meaning you can combine the drills. That works best for you. Okay, so thumb in front of you, look at your thumb. Hum it out, bring the thumb up to the tip of the nose. Close your eyes, extend the thumb out. Open your eyes, look at your thumb, bring it to the tip of the nose. Close your eyes, extend the thumb out. Open your eyes, hum it up, bring it to the tip of the nose. Close your eyes. Now we're gonna add air hunger Exhale out the mouth, hold your breath. Do as many squats as you can while holding your breath until you feel the urge to breathe. Feel the rush, feel your heartbeat. All right, let's try that again. Preparing yourself. Grab opposite elbow. So I'm gonna try that with palms together because I've been trying it with palms together, which is the hardest for me. Instead of the palms down is a bit easier for me, but again, explore. Pushing tall, ribs in. Look between the wrists. Get your feet onto the blocks. I'm gonna come a little bit closer to get my lower belly and upper thighs and use my hips to lift up. Take a breath in, push tall. And then lift up. Ah, very nice. Get the legs together. Once they're stacked, then you can get the legs to stack. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, to come back down, you need to pike. Soft bend into your knees. Get the hips back. Hips back, belly to thighs, lower down, nice and slow. Okay. Air hunger, vision drills, combination. It's pretty magical. As you can see, don't lift your legs up yet until your hips stack within the shoulder or the spine are all stacked up, and you will feel it. Then you can lift your legs up. A lot of mistakes that people do when it comes to pressing, and any pressing, whether it's Pincha or handstand press, is they focus a lot on using their legs to lift the legs up. The legs heavy, and when they come up, the hips is still further back, and they can't come up because the hips needs to align towards the shoulder. If you're here and you're trying to lift your leg up, you're not going to go anywhere because the weight is all back behind you or in front of you. So what you need to do is get the hips to align, and your hips will drag your upper thigh, and once they're connected, or right here, let's say, once they're connected, then you can lift the legs up. Okay? So what I was trying to say is, again, what a lot of people will tend to do is they come here and they lean. You see how I'm disconnected with my lower belly and upper thighs, and I'm just leaning and can go up. So stack your hips first, and then let your hips drag your legs to come up. I hope that is helpful. Of course, you can use the walls, but let's try it out without the blocks. That's gonna be fun for me as well, especially with my palms together. All right, let's prepare. Push tall, ribs in, look between your wrists. Walk your feet as close as you can, cause your lower belly and upper thighs, remember the torque, and then come up. As you can see, my head has to move, but I found the press. And then get the legs up. To come back down again, you can just relax, use your hips to stay up. You can micro bend the knee, especially if you feel tight in your hamstring, and then you lower down. is not easy. It's not easy. This requires some work into the practice. But yeah, explore the placement of your hands and see what works best for you. Definitely for me, yeah, palms down. But of course, I like to challenge myself and exploring things that I cannot. That's a little bit difficult. Again, that's really incredible for neuroplasticity, for your brain, to build better understanding of the body, of yourself. And you realize, yeah, we can change, our body changes, we can do so much more than we think. I hope you enjoy that. Looking forward to see you again in the next round.